Reverend Harper.
No, thank you. I'm afraid I always have too many raw biscuits, just to taste that lovely jam.
But you haven't even tried the quince. We always put a little apple in it to take the toppings out.
No, thank you.
Well, I'll send you over a jar.
No, you keep it here so I can be sure of having your biscuits with it.
Oh, I do hope they don't make us use that imitation flour again. What with all this war trouble? You know, this might not be very Christian of me to say, but I've almost come to the conclusion that this Mr. Hitler isn't a very good Christian.
Yes, if only Europe were on another planet.
Europe, sir?
Yes, Teddy.
Point your gun the other way.
Gun?
Teddy?
To the west. There's your enemy. There's your danger. Japan.
Yes, of course.
Teddy?
Now, Aunt Abby, no so much talk about Europe and more about the canal.
Well, let's not talk about the war. Won't you have another cup of tea, dear?
No, thank you, Aunt Abby.
Reverend Harper?
No, thank you. I must admit, Miss Abby, that war and violence seem far removed from these surroundings.
Yes, it is peaceful here, isn't it?
Yes, peaceful. The virtues of another day. The gentle virtues that went out with candlelight and good manners and low taxes.
It's one of the oldest buildings in Brooklyn, and just as it was when Grandfather Brewster built and furnished it all those years ago, except for the electricity, which we use as little as possible. A Mortimer persuaded us to put it in.
Yes, I understand that. Your nephew Mortimer seems to live only by electric light.
He has to work so late, poor boy. I hear he's taking Elaine with him to the theater again tonight. Teddy, your brother will be here a little later.
I'm delighted.
Yes. We're so happy it's Elaine Mortimer takes to the theater with him.
Well, it's a new experience for me to wait up until 3 o'clock in the morning for my daughter to be brought home.
Oh, I do hope you don't disapprove of Mortimer.
Well,
We feel so badly, Sister Martha and I. If you did, since you was here in our house that Mortimer met your daughter.
of course. And so I'll say immediately that I believe Mortimer himself to be quite a worthy gentleman. However, I must admit that I've watched the growing intimacy between him and my daughter with some trepidation. For one reason, Miss Abby.
His stomach, Reverend Harper?
Stomach?
Yes, his dyspepsia. He's bothered with it so.
No, Miss Abby. I'll be frank with you. It's his attachment to the theater.
Oh no, Mortimer writes for a New York newspaper.
Yes, I know. But a dramatic critic is constantly exposed to the theater, and I can't help but think that some of them do develop an attachment to it.
Oh no, not Mortimer. You need have no fear of that. Mortimer hates the theater.
Really?
Yes, he writes awful things about it. You can't blame him, poor boy. You see, he was so happy writing for the real estate column, which he really knew something about, but then they made him take this terrible night position.
My.
Yes, but Mortimer says the theater can't last much longer anyway, and in the meantime it's a living. Yes, I think if we give the theater another year or two, perhaps. Oh, well, what do you suppose that could be? No, Teddy, I'll go. Oh, Officer Brophy, do come in. Oh, how are you, Officer Klein?
Hello, Miss Brewster.
Very well, Miss Brewster.
What news have you brought me?
Colonel, we have nothing to report.
Splendid. Thank you. At ease.
You know Reverend Harper.
Sure. Hello, Reverend Harper.
Good evening.
Have you come for the toys for the Christmas Cup Fund?
Yes, we are.
Oh, good.
That's splendid work you all do, fixing up discarded toys to give poor children a happier Christmas.
It gives us something to do when we have to sit around the station. You get tired of playing cards. Then you start cleaning your gun, and first thing you know, you shot yourself in the foot.
Teddy, run upstairs to your Aunt Martha's room and grab that big box with all the toys in it. How is Mrs. Brophy? Mrs. Brophy has been quite ill.
Oh,
Good morning.
sorry to hear that.
Stop!
try to stop her or her sister from doing something nice, and for nothing. They don't even care how you vote.
When I first received my call to Brooklyn, my wife wasn't well. When she passed away, and 4 months before, well, if I've known what pure kindness and absolute generosity are, it's because I've known the Brewster sisters.
You promised not to do that.
But I have to call a cabinet meeting to get the release of these supplies.
He used to do that in the middle of the night. Neighbors raised Cain with us. They're a little afraid of him anyway.
He's quite harmless.
Suppose he does think he's Teddy Roosevelt. There's a lot worse people he could think he was.
Damn shame. Nice family like this hatching a cuckoo.
Well, his father, the old girl's brother, was some sort of a genius, wasn't he? And their father, Teddy's grandfather, seems to me, I've heard he was a little crazy too.
Yeah, he was crazy like a fox. He made $1 million though.
Really? You're in Brooklyn?
Yeah, patent medicine. He was a kind of quack of some sort. Old Sergeant Edwards remembers him. He used the house here to sort of clinic. Tried him out on people.
Yeah, I hear he used to make mistakes occasionally too.
Yeah, the department never bothered him much though. He was pretty useful on autopsies, especially poison cases.
Well, whatever he did, he sure left his daughters fixed for life. Thank God for that.
Not that they ever spend any of it on themselves.
Yes, I'm well acquainted with their care.
You don't know a tenth of it. When I was with the Missing Persons Bureau, I was trying to trace this old man. We never did find. Oh, do you know, there's a renting agency that's got this house down on its list for furnished rooms? They don't rent rooms. But you can bet that anybody who comes here looking for a room goes away with a good meal. And probably a few dollars in their pay.
It's just their way of digging up people to do some good too.
Oh, well now, isn't this nice?
Hello, Miss
How do you do, Mr. Brophy? Reverend Harper, Officer Klein.
How are you, Miss Brewster? We dropped in to get precious toys.
Oh, yes, Teddy's Army and Navy, they wear out. They're all packed.
Oh, you need bother, Miss Brewster. Teddy's up after them now.
Oh,
It
yes.
seems the cabinet has to okay.
Good, good. I hope Mrs. Brophy's better.
She's doing fine, ma'am.
No, I just took some broth to a poor man who broke ever so many bones. Oh, you're back, Martha. How is Mr. Vinitsky? Well, it's pretty serious, I'm afraid. The doctor was there. He's going to amputate in the morning. Oh, can we be present? No. I asked the doctor. He says it's against the rules of the hospital.
You couldn't be of any service anyways, and you must spare yourself something.
Well, here's the broth for Mrs. Brophy. Be sure it's good and hot.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, this is fine. It'll make a lot of kids happy. That O'Malley boy is nuts about soldiers.
That's General Miles. I'm retired. What's this? The Oregon.
Teddy, dear, put that back.
But the Oregon goes to Australia.
And now, Teddy.
No, I've given my word to finding Mom Evans.
Teddy.
Well, what's the difference with Kid Jensen? Buddy Evans, Izzy Cohen. We'll be running along, Evan. Thank you very much.
Not at all. Goodbye, officers.
Goodbye.
Well, I must be getting home as well.
Oh, well, before you go, Reverend Hart.
Charge!
Where is he going?
The blockhouse. The stairs are always San Juan Hill.
Have you ever tried to convince him that he wasn't Teddy Roosevelt?
Oh, no. We're so happy being Teddy Roosevelt. Oh, once, Martha, remember this? We tried to tell him if he might be George Washington, it might be a good change for him. But you know what happened? He stayed under his bed for days and just wouldn't be anybody. And we'd so much rather he be Mr. Roosevelt than nobody.
Well, Well, if he's happy, and what's more important, you're happy, you'll see that he signs these.
Oh, what are they? They're the papers for Teddy to go to Happy Dale Sanitarium. But why should Teddy have to sign any papers now?
It's better to have it all settled. If the Lord should take you away suddenly, perhaps we couldn't get Teddy to commit himself, and that would lead to an unpleasant legal procedure. Mr. Witherspoon understands they're to be filed away until the time comes to use them.
Mr. Witherspoon? Who's he?
He's the superintendent of Happy Dale.
Yes, Reverend Harper has arranged for him to come and meet Teddy in a day or two.
Well, I must be running along, or Elaine will be over here looking for me.
Oh, yes. Well, give our love to Elaine and Reverend Harper. Please don't think too harshly of Mortimer because he's a dramatic critic. Somebody's got to do those things. Abby, did you just have tea? Yes, I know it's a little late and dinner's going to be late too. So? Why? Teddy, good news for you. You're going to Panama to dig another lock for the canal.
Delight. That's fine. Just fine. I shall prepare at once for the journey.
Abby, while I was out.
No!
You were gone, dear, and I didn't know when you'd be back, and Reverend Harper was coming. But all by yourself? Oh, I got along fine. I'll run back downstairs and see. Oh, no, Martha. There wasn't time, and I was all alone. Well, Martha, just look in the window seat. We'll have a little peek later. Yes. Oh, it's Elaine. Did you come in, dear?
Good afternoon, Miss Adams. Good afternoon, Miss Hunter. Oh, I thought Father was here.
He just this minute left. Didn't you meet him?
No, I took the shortcut to the cemetery. Mortimer hasn't come yet?
No, dear.
Do you mind if I wait? He asked me to meet him here.
Oh, not at all. Do sit down. We really must speak to Mortimer about doing this too.
Doing what?
Well, he was brought up to know better. When a gentleman is taking a young lady out, he should call for her at her house.
Well, there's something about calling for a girl at a parsonage that discourages any man who doesn't embroider.
Still, he's done it too often. We're going to speak to him about it.
Oh, please don't. After a young man whose idea of nightlife is taking me to a prayer meeting, it's wonderful to go out to the theater almost every night of my life.
Oh, it's comforting for us too, dear. Because if Mortimer has to see some of those plays he has to see, at least he's sitting next to him and it's his daughter. Oh, Elaine, what must you think of us not having tea cleared away by this time? Now, Abby, don't bother with anything in the kitchen until Mortimer comes, and then I'll help you. Mortimer should be here any minute now.
Yes, I should go speak with Father. If Mortimer comes to Lebanon, will you tell him that I'll be right back? Oh, hello, Mort.
Hello, Elaine. Hello, Aunt Martha.
Abby, Mortimer's here.
Were you going somewhere?
Oh, I was just going over to speak with Father.
I didn't know that was still being done, even in Brooklyn.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
How are you, dear?
All right, and you look fine. You haven't changed much since yesterday.
It was yesterday, wasn't it? We're seeing an awful lot of you lately. But you sit down. Oh, Abby, what do you do? Haven't we something to do in the kitchen? Huh? You know, the tea things. The tea? Yes. Oh, the tea things. Yes, dear, I see what you mean. Yes. Will you two just make yourselves comfortable? Make yourselves at home here.
Can't you take a hint?
No, that was quite obvious. A lack of inventiveness, I should say.
Yes, that's exactly what you said.
Where would you like to go for dinner today?
I don't care, I'm not very hungry.
Well, I just had lunch. Suppose we wait until after the show.
But won't that make it pretty late?
No, the little stinker we had to see tonight. From what I hear, we'll be at Blake's by 10 o'clock.
You must be fair to these plays.
Are these plays fair to me?
I've never seen you walk out on a musical.
Oh, that musical isn't playing tonight.
No?
Darling, you'll have to learn the rules. With a musical, there's always 4 postponements and 3 changes of title. They liked it in New Haven, but it still needs work.
I was hoping it was a musical.
You have such a light mind.
Not a bit. Musicals somehow have a humanizing effect on her. After a serious play, we join the proletariat in the subway, and I listen to you lecture on the drama. After a musical, you take me home in a taxi and pay me a few compliments.
Now, darling, that's a very inaccurate piece of reporting.
I'll admit that after the Berman play, you told me I had a nice personality, and that's a hell of a thing to say to a girl. But after our first musical, that was when you told me I was the most beautiful girl you'd ever met. And I am, too.
I still can't rationalize.
What?
Me falling in love with a girl that lives in Brooklyn?
Falling in love? You're not stooping to the articulate, are you?
In order to regain my self-respect, I'll have to keep you in New York.
Did you say keep?
No. I'm convinced you're holding out for the legalities.
Oh, I can be a good girl for quite a few years yet.
And I can't wait that long. When can we be married in a hurry? Say tonight.
I'm afraid Father will insist on officiating.
Oh gosh, I bet your father could make even the marriage service sound pedestrian.
Are you by chance writing a review of it?
Oh, I'm sorry, darling. It's an occupational disease. I may give that play tonight a good notice.
Oh, don't pretend you love me that much.
Well, be sure not to tell your father to wait up for you tonight.
I think I better tell him to wait up.
I'll telephone Winchell to publish the bans.
Nevertheless.
All right, everything formal and legal, but no later than next month.
Oh, darling, I'll talk to Father and set the date.
Hello, Mortimer.
How are you, Mr. President?
Bully, thank you, just bully. What news have you brought me?
Just this, Mr. President. The country is squarely behind you.
Yes, I know. Isn't it wonderful? Well, goodbye. Goodbye.
Where are you off to, Teddy?
Panama.
Panama's the Souther. He likes the big locks for the canal down there.
You're so sweet with him, and he's very fond of you.
Teddy was always my favorite brother.
Favorite? Were there more of you?
Oh, yes, there's another brother, Jonathan.
I've never heard of him. Your aunts have never mentioned him.
No, we don't like to talk about Jonathan. He left Brooklyn at a very early age, by request. You see, Jonathan was the type of boy that liked to cut worms in two, with his teeth.
What became of him?
I don't know. I know he wanted to become a surgeon like grandfather, but he didn't go to medical school first, and his practice got him into trouble.
Well, aren't you two going to be late for the theater?
Oh, we're skipping dinner. We won't have to start for another half hour.
Oh, well then I'll leave you two alone. Together. Again.
Oh, don't bother, darling. I'm going to run home and speak with Father. Before I go out with you, he likes to pray over me a little.
Well, if your prayer isn't too long, I'll have time to lead you by distilled waters.
Oh, Mortimer, that's the first time I've ever heard you quote the Bible. You Elaine would be a good influence on you.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna marry her.
What? Oh, Mortimer! Martha! Yes, he is. Elaine and Mortimer are going to be married. Married? Oh, Oh, Elaine must be the happiest girl in the world.
Happy? Just look at her leaping over those gravestones. Say, what's that?
What's what, dear?
That statue there, that's a Hornzina Carnina.
Oh, no, dear. That's Emily Stout ascending to heaven.
No, on Mrs. Stout's left ear. You see that bird there? The red-crested swallow? I've only seen one of those before in my life.
Mortimer, I don't know how you could be thinking about a bird. What of Elaine and the engagement and everything?
Oh, it's a vanishing species. Fro was very fond of it. By the way, I left a large envelope around here last week. It was one of my chapters on my book on Fro. Have you seen it?
Well, if you left it here, it must be here somewhere.
All right.
With Mortimer, when are you going to be married? What are your plans? What more can you tell us about Elaine?
Elaine? Oh yes, Elaine thought it was brilliant.
What, dear?
My chapter on Fro.
Martha, I think that in Lincoln that we ought to have a little celebration. Do we have any more of that Lady Baltimore cake? Oh, yes, we do. Oh, and I'll open a bottle of wine.
Oh, where could I put that?
I do think it happened in this room. Yes. Martha, if your fiancé is sitting by you at the theater tonight, I do hope it's a play you can enjoy. What's the name of it?
Murder Will Out.
Oh, dear.
When the curtain opens, the first thing you see will be a dead body. Aunt Abby,
Yes, dear.
you were gonna make plans for Teddy to go to that sanitarium. Happydale.
Yes, Reverend Harper dropped the papers by for him to sign today.
Oh, he's gotta sign them right away.
Yes, that's what Reverend Harper thinks. That way there won't be any legal difficulties after we pass on.
He's gotta sign them this minute. He's down in the cellar. Get him up here.
There's no such hurry as that, no. And when Teddy's digging a lock, you can't get his mind on anything else.
He's gotta go to Happydale. It's tonight.
Dear, that is not until after we're gone.
Right away, I tell you, right away.
Mortimer, how can you say such a thing? Why, as long as we live, we'll never be separated from Teddy.
Darling, so I've got some frightful news for you. Now let's all try to keep our heads. You know how we've always humored Teddy because we thought he was harmless.
Oh, why, he is harmless.
He was harmless. That's why he has to be confined. Why he has to go to Happydale.
Mortimer, why have you suddenly turned against Teddy, your own brother?
Well, you've got to know sometime. That's what we know. Darlings, Teddy's killed a man.
Oh, nonsense, dear.
There's a body in here.
Yes, dear, we know.
You know.
Yes. Now, Mortimer, you just forget about it. Forget you ever saw the gentleman.
Forget.
Yes, we never dreamed you'd peek.
Well, who is he?
His name's Hoskins, Adam Hoskins. And that's really all I know about him, except he's a Methodist.
That's all you know about him. Well, what happened to him? Well, what's he doing in here?
He died.
Oh, Martha, men don't just get in the window seats and die.
Oh, no, he died first.
Well, how?
Mortimer, don't be so inquisitive. He drank some wine with poison in it.
Well, how did the poison get in the wine?
Well, we put it in wine because it's less noticeable. When it's in tea, it has a distinct odor.
You put it in the wine.
Yes, and I put Mr. Hoskins in the window seat because Reverend Harper was coming.
So you knew what you'd done. You didn't want Dr. Harper to see the body.
No, not a tea, dear. That would be very nice. Now, Mortimer, you just forget about it. I do think Martha and I have a right to our own little secrets, yes. And don't you tell Elaine.
Oh, no. Hello, sitting desk. Hello, Al. Do you know who this is? That's right. Say, Al, when I left the office, I told you where I was going. Do you remember? Oh, well, it must take me about half an hour to get here. What time do you have? That's right. I must be here. Aunt Abby, I'll have to come in here. What are we going to do? What are we going to do?
What are we going to do about what?
There's a body in here.
Oh, yes, Mr. Hoskins.
Oh, for goodness sakes. I can't just turn you over to the police, but what am I going to do?
Well, for one thing, dear, stop being so excited. Yes, it's just say stop worrying. We told you to forget about the whole thing.
Forget? Can't that make you realize that something has to be done?
Mortimer, you're too old to be flying off the handle like this. Now, you just calm down.
What are we going to do?
Oh, Will, there's no such worry about that. Teddy's downstairs digging the lock for the canal.
You're bury him in the cellar?
Why, yes, dear, that's what we did with the others.
No, you can't bury him in the others?
The other gentlemen. Why,
When you say others, do you mean others? Like more than one others?
well, yes, dear. Let me see. This is 11, isn't it, Abby? Oh, no, dear. This makes 12. Oh, no, dear. I think you're wrong. This is only 11. No, dear. I remember when Mr. Hoskins came, it occurred to me this would make an even dozen.
Hello? Oh, hello, Ralph. My head's good to hear your voice.
Well, anyway, they're all down in the cellar.
No, Al, I'm sober as a lark. The reason I called because I was feeling a little Oh, you wouldn't know, Al. Look, I'm glad you called. Get a hold of George right away. He's got to review that play tonight. I can't make it. No, Al, you're wrong. I'll tell you all about it tomorrow. Look, George has got to come to that play tonight. All right, well, you get a hold of George. Now where were we? 12?
Why, yes, dear. Abby thinks we ought to count the first one, and that makes 12.
All right. Now who was the first one?
That was Mr. Midgley. He was a Baptist. But I really think you can't claim full credit for him because he just died. Not without any help from us. You see, he came here looking for a room, and it was right after we moved to New York. Yes, and that lovely room was going to us, and we just couldn't let that happen, seeing that so many people could use it. Yes, he was such a lonely old man. Yes, all his kith and kin had gone, and he was so forlorn and unhappy. We felt so sorry for him. Yes, and when his heart attack came, and he sat dead in that chair, looking so peaceful, why, it was then and there Sister Martha decided that if we could help other lonely old gentlemen to that same peace, we would.
So you died right here in that chair? How awful for you.
Oh, no, dear. It was rather like old times. Grandfather always used to have a cadaver or two around the house, and you see, Teddy was digging in Panama, and he thought Mr. Midgley was a yellow fever victim, which means he had to be buried immediately. So we all took him down to Panama and put him in the lawn. So that's why we told you not to worry about a thing, because we know exactly what's to be done.
So that's how all this started. That man walking here and dropping dead.
Yes, but we knew we couldn't depend on that happening every time. Do you remember those jars of poison that have been sitting on the shelves in Grandfather's laboratory all these years? Yes, and you know your Aunt Martha's knack for mixing things. You've eaten enough of her piccalilli. Well, for 1 gallon of elderberry wine, I take 1 teaspoonful of arsenic, then I add a half a teaspoonful of strychnine, and then just a pinch of cyanide.
That's sure that's quite the kick.
This is one of our gentlemen even found time to say, how delicious. I really must see about the kitchen now. Our dinner's started. I do wish you could stay to dinner. I'm trying out a new recipe.
No,
Well, I'll run along and help Martha. Oh, you have to wait for Elaine, don't you? You must be so happy. Well, I'll just leave you alone with your thoughts.
Oh, it's you, Jim.
Don't be cross, darling. Bobby could tell that I was excited, so I told him about us. But listen, he won't wait out for me tonight.
Look, Elaine, you run along home, and I'll call you up tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
You know I always call you up every day or two.
But we're going to the theater tonight.
No, we're not.
Well, why not?
Darling, something's come up.
What, darling? Have you lost your job?
No, I'm just not covering that place tonight. Now you run along home.
But something's happened. Certainly you can tell me.
No, I can't.
Then if we're going to be married.
Married?
Have you forgotten that not 15 minutes ago you proposed to me?
I did. Oh, yes. Well, as far as I know, that's still on.
You proposed to me one minute and threw me out of the house the next.
I'm not throwing you out of the house today. Now, will you get out of here?
I had some kind of explanation.
Elaine! Oh. Hello? Oh, hello. Hold on a minute, will you? All right, it's important, but it can wait a minute, can't it? Now, hold on. Look, Elaine, you're a sweet girl, and I love you. But there's something on my mind right now, and I want you to go home until I can call you.
Don't try to be masterful.
When we're married, and I have problems to face, I hope I find you less tedious and uninspired.
And when we're married, if we're married, I hope to find you adequate.
Elaine! Elaine! Don't worry. Hello? Hello, Al? Hello? Hello?
There's the doorbell, dear. Now do come in.
I understand you have a room to rent.
Oh, yes, I'm Miss Brewster, and this is my sister, another Miss Brewster.
My name's Gibbs.
Oh, that's nice. Well, won't you sit down? I'm sorry, but you're setting the table to dinner.
Hello, give me out again, would you? City desk. Al, a city desk! What? Oh, I'm sorry, wrong number.
Why don't you sit down a minute and let's get acquainted first?
That won't do much good if I don't like the room.
Is Brooklyn your home?
Haven't got a home. In a hotel. Don't like it.
Hello, give me city desk.
Are your family Brooklyn people?
Haven't got a family.
Oh, all alone in the world? What church do you go to? There's an Episcopal church practically next door.
I'm vegetarian.
What's George doing in Bermuda? Of course I totally could go to Bermuda. That's my department, isn't it? Well, you gotta get somebody. Have a look around the place, will you?
Is there always this much noise?
Oh, he doesn't live with us.
Well, there's gotta be somebody around the office. Say, Al, what about the office boy? You know, the bright one, the one we don't like. Well, look around. Hold on.
I'd really like to see the roof.
Well, it's upstairs. Why don't you try a glass of our wine before you start up?
Never touch it.
It's elderberry wine. We make it ourselves.
Elderberry. I haven't tasted elderberry wine since I was born. Thanks.
No, Al, I'm not drinking, but I'm about to start.
Do you have your own elderberry roof?
No, but the cemetery is full of them.
Do you serve meals?
We might. Why don't you see if you like our wine first? Oh, Mortimer! Mortimer, not that!
Oh! Hey, don't drink that! You get out of here! I don't know how to explain it to you, but it's not only against the law, it's wrong. It's not a nice thing to do. People wouldn't understand. He wouldn't understand.
Daddy, we shouldn't have told Mortimer.
Well, what I mean to say is, this is developed into a very bad habit.
Mortimer, we don't try and stop you from doing things you like to do. I don't think why you should interfere with us.
Oh. Hello? Oh, hello, Al. All right, I'll cover the play. I'll see the first act. But I'll have to pan the heck out of it. But George, but Al, you gotta do something for me. Get a hold of O'Brien, our lawyer. Yes, have him meet me at the theater. Now, don't let me down. Okay, I'm starting now. Look, darlings, I've got to go to the theater. I can't get out. But before I go, will you promise me something?
We'd have to know what it was first.
I love you, and I know you love me. And you know there's a thing in the world I wouldn't do for you. And will you do this little thing for me?
What do you want us to do?
Don't do anything. And I mean don't do anything. Don't let anybody in this house, and leave Mr. Hoskins right where he is.
Why?
I need time to think, and boy, do I have a lot to think about. Well, anyways, you'll do this for me, won't you?
Well, we were planning on holding services before dinner.
Services?
Why, yes, you don't think we'd bury Mr. Hoskins without a full Methodist service, do you? Why, he was a Methodist.
Oh, can't that wait till I get back?
Oh, you'll join us then?
Yes, yes.
Oh, I think you'll really enjoy the hymns. Remember how lovely his voice was in the choir before it changed, that is.
Well, anyways, you'll do this for me, won't you?
Well, Martha, we can do as Mortimer asks since he's cooperating with us now.
Have you got any paper?
I think I have some stationery
I'll be
somewhere.
back just as soon as I can.
All right, let me find it. Oh, will this do?
Yes, that'll be fine.
All right.
If I can save time if I write my review on the way. Goodbye.
Mortimer didn't seem quite himself today. Well, it's only natural. I think I know why.
Oh, why?
He's just become engaged to be married. That ought to make a man nervous.
Well, I'm so happy for Elaine. Their honeymoon ought to give Mortimer a real vacation. I don't think he got much rest this summer.
No, I'm just happy he's not kiting off to China or Spain.
No, I can never understand why he wanted to go to those places.
Well, I think writing for the newspaper has always seemed pretty small potatoes for Mortimer. He needs something big to criticize. Something like the human race.
Well, anyways, if Mortimer's coming back for the services for Mr. Hoskins, I better get another hymnal. There's one in my room.
You know, Martha, it's really my turn to read the services. But since you weren't here when Mr. Hoskins came, I want you to do it.
Oh, well, that's very nice of you, dear. But are you sure you want me to?
Oh, it's only fair.
Oh, well, I think I'll wear my black bombazine and mother salt brooch.
Lovely, dear. Well, I'll get it.
Abby, you promised Mortimer we wouldn't let anyone in.
Oh, where would you suppose it is?
Wait a minute. I'll check.
All
It's two men, and I've never seen them before.
Are you sure?
There's a car on the curb. They must have come in that.
Well, let me look.
Do you recognize them?
But they're strangers to me.
Well, we'll just have to pretend we're not at home.
Come here, Doctor. This is the home of my youth. As a boy, I couldn't wait to escape from this place. Now I'm glad to escape back into it.
The odd town needs a fine hideout.
The family must still live here. There's something so unmistakably Brewster about the Brewsters. I hope there's a fatty calf waiting the return of the prodigal.
Yeah, I'm hungry. Look, Tony, treats.
As though we were expected, a good omen.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
My Aunt Daddy, Aunt Martha. It's Jonathan.
Oh, you get out of here. Oh, yes.
But I'm Jonathan, your nephew, Jonathan.
You're nothing like Jonathan, so don't pretend you are. You just get out of here.
But I am Jonathan. This is Dr. Einstein.
But he doesn't look very smart. He could be
Einstein, Dr. Herman Einstein.
Well, you couldn't be our nephew. You're nothing like him. Now, who are you?
I see you're still wearing the lovely garnet ring that Grandma Brewster bought in England. And you, Aunt Martha, still the high collar, hide the scar where Grandfather's acid burned you.
Well, his voice is like Jonathan's.
Have you been in an accident?
No. My face, Dr. Einstein is responsible for that. He's a plastic surgeon. He changes people's
5 years, I gave Johnny 3 new faces. I gave him another one right away. This last face, I saw that picture too, just before I operated, and I was intoxicated.
You see, doctor, you see, you've done to me, even my own family.
Johnny, you're home, in this lovely house. How often he tells me about Brooklyn, about this house, about his aunts he loves so much. They know you, Johnny. You know it's Jonathan. Speak to him. Tell him so.
Well, Jonathan, it's been a long time. What have you been doing? Yes, Jonathan, where have you been?
Oh, England, South Africa, Australia. The last 5 years, Chicago.
Oh, we were in Chicago for the World's Fair. Yes, we found Chicago awfully warm.
Yeah, it got hot for us too.
Well, it's wonderful to be in Brooklyn again. And you, Ivy, Martha, you don't look a day older. Just as I remember you. Sweet, charming, hospitable. And you, Teddy, did you get into politics? My little brother, Doctor, was determined to become president.
Well, Teddy's fine, just fine, and Mortimer's well too.
I know about Mortimer. I've seen his picture at the head of his column. He's evidently fulfilled all the promises of his early nasty nature.
We're very fond of Mortimer. Well, Jonathan, it's very nice to have seen you again.
Thank you, Aunt Martha. It's good to be home again.
We best not let what's on the stove, grandmother. If you'd excuse us for a minute, Jonathan, unless you're in a hurry to go somewhere.
Well, Johnny, where do we go from here? We gotta think fast. The police got pictures of that face. We gotta operate right away. We gotta find some place for that. We gotta find some place for Mr. Spinalzo, too.
Don't waste any worry on that man.
Johnny, we got a hot stiff on our hands.
Forget Mr. Spinalzo.
You can't leave a dead body in the rumble seat. You shouldn't have killed him, Johnny. He's a nice fella. Gives us a lift. And what happens?
He said I look like Boris Karloff. That's your work, Doctor. You did that to me.
Now, Johnny, you find some place to... I fix you up.
Tonight.
Johnny, not tonight. I'm hungry. I'm weak. I gotta eat first.
Well, Jonathan, we're glad you took the time to come in and say hello. But you were never very happy in this house, and we were never happy with doing it. So we just come to say goodbye.
Abby, I can't say that your feeling towards me comes as a surprise. I spent a great many hours regretting the many heartaches I must have given you as a boy.
You were quite a trial to us, Jonathan.
But my greater disappointment is for Dr. Einstein. I promised him that no matter how rushed we were in passing through Brooklyn, I'd take time to bring him here for one of Aunt Martha's home-cooked dinners.
Oh? Well, I'm afraid there wouldn't be enough. Abby, it's a pretty good-sized pot roast.
Pot roast?
Yes, I think the least we could do is to...
Thank you, Aunt Martha. We'll stay to dinner.
Well, hurry it along. If you boys would like to wash up, you can use the bathroom in Grandfather's old laboratory.
Is that still there?
Yes, just as he left it. Well, I'll help Martha, seeing that we're all in a hurry.
Grandfather's laboratory. And just as it was, Doctor, a perfect operating room.
Too bad we can't use it.
After you finish with me, well, we can make a fortune here. The laboratory. That large ward in the attic. 10 beds, Doctor. Brooklyn is crying for your talents.
Divide work yourself up, Johnny. Anyway, for Brooklyn, I think we're here too late.
You don't know this time, Doctor. Practically everybody in Brooklyn needs a new face.
So many of the old faces are locked up.
A very small percentage. And the boys of Brooklyn are famous for paying generously to stay out of jail.
Take it easy, Johnny. Your aunts, they don't want us here.
We're here for dinner, aren't we?
Yeah, but after dinner?
Leave it to me, Doctor. This house will be our headquarters for years.
Oh, that would be beautiful, Johnny. This nice, quiet house. Those aunts of yours? What sweet ladies. I love them already. I get the bags, yeah?
Doctor, you must wait until we're invited.
But you just said that...
We'll be invited.
And if they say no?
Doctor, two helpless old men.
It's like comes true, a beautiful dream. I hope you're not sleeping. It's so peaceful.
That's what makes this house so perfect for us. It's so peaceful. The last 5 years in Chicago were among the busiest and happiest of my life.
And from Chicago, we go to South Bend, Indiana.
You wouldn't be interested in our experience in Indiana.
Well, Jonathan, you've led a very interesting life, I'm sure. But we really should have allowed you to talk so late.
My meeting Dr. Einstein in London, I might add, changed the whole course of my life. You remember I had been to South Africa, in the diner business, then Amsterdam, with Adam Marco. I wanted to go back to South Africa. Dr. Einstein was possible.
Well, good job, Sonny. But we take the bandages off. His face looks so different. The nurse had to introduce him.
I love that night. Still carry the picture with me.
My, that looks more the way you used to, but still, I wouldn't know you.
I think we'll go back to that phase now, Doctor.
Yeah, I'd say it now.
Well, I know you both want to get where you're going.
My dear Aunt, I'm so full of that delicious dinner, I'm unable to.
Yeah, it's nice here.
After all, it's very late and
I found it! I found it!
What did you find, Teddy?
The story of my life, my biography. Here we are, you and me. General Goethals and President Roosevelt went at Culebra House. That's me, General, and that's you.
My, how I've changed.
Well, you see, the picture hasn't been taken yet. They haven't even started work at Culebra House. They're still paying awards. And now, General, you will accompany me to Panama and inspect the new lock.
no, Teddy, not to Panama.
We go some other time. Panama's a long way off.
Nonsense, it's just down in the cellar.
Stellar?
Well, we let him dig the Panama Canal in the cellar.
General Goethals, as President of the United States and Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy, and the man who gave you this job, I demand that you accompany me on the inspection of the new lock.
Teddy, I think it's time you went to bed.
I beg your pardon. Who are you?
I'm Woodrow Wilson. Go to bed.
No, you're not Wilson. Which face is familiar? Let me see. No. You're not someone who I've met yet. Yes, a hunting trip to Africa. You look like someone who I might meet in the jungle.
It's your brother, Jonathan, dear. He's had his face changed.
That's it. I made your finger.
Teddy, perhaps you'd better go to bed. Jonathan and his friend have to go back to their hotel.
General Goethals, inspect the canal.
All right, Mr. President, we go to Panama.
Boy. Follow me, General. It's down south, you know.
Well, bon voyage.
And Debbie, I must correct your misapprehension. You spoke of our hotel. We have no hotel. We came directly here.
Well, there's a very nice little hotel just 3 blocks down.
Aunt Martha, this is my home.
Oh, Jonathan, you can't stay here. We need our rooms. Yes.
You need them?
Yes, for our lodgers.
Are there lodgers in this house?
Well, not just now, but we plan to have some.
And my old room is still free.
But there's no room for Dr. Einstein.
They'll share the room with me.
No, Jonathan. You can't stay here.
Dr. Einstein and I need a place to sleep. You remembered this afternoon that as a boy I could be very disagreeable. It wouldn't be very pleasant for any of us if...
Perhaps we better let them stay here tonight. Yes, and that might be better.
That's settled. Now get our room ready.
It only needs airing out. Yes, we keep it ready to show our lodgers. I think you and Dr. Einstein will find it comfortable.
We have a most distinguished guest in Dr. Einstein. I'm afraid you don't appreciate his skill, but you will. In a few weeks, you'll see me looking like a very different Jonathan.
He can't operate on you here.
When Dr. Einstein and I get organized, when we resume practice, oh, I forgot to tell you, we're turning grandfather's laboratory into an operating room.
Jonathan, we will not let you turn this house into a hospital.
Hospital, heavens no. It will be a beauty parlor.
Hey, Johnny, down in the cellar.
Dr. Einstein, my dear aunts have invited us to live with them.
Oh, you fixed it?
Well, you're staying here tonight.
Please get our room ready immediately.
Well, just for tonight.
Johnny, when I go down in the cellar, what do you think I find?
What?
The Panama Canal. It just fits Mr. Spinello. It's a whole teddy though. 6 feet long and 4 feet wide.
Down there?
You'd think they knew we were bringing Mr. Spinello along. That's hospitality.
Rather a good joke on my aunts. They're living in a house with a body buried in the cellar.
How do we get him in?
Yes, we can't just walk them into the front door. Bring the car between the house and the cemetery. Then when they've all gone to bed, we'll bring Mr. Spinozzo into the window.
Bed. Just think, we got a bed tonight.
Easy, doctor. Remember your operating tomorrow. And this time, you better be sober.
I'd fix you up beautiful.
And if you don't,
Jonathan, well, your room is ready.
then you can go to bed. We're bringing the car up behind the house.
Oh, it's all right where it is until morning.
I don't want to leave it in the street. That might be against the law.
Oh, Abby, what are we going to do? Well, we're not going to let them stay in this house for more than one night, that's for sure. What would the neighbors think? People coming in here with one face and going out with another. Abby, what are we going to do about Mr. Hoskins? Oh, Mr. Hoskins, I completely forgot about him. It can't be very comfortable for him in there, the poor dear. Oh, well, I think we ought to have Teddy get him downstairs right away. Abby, I will not invite Jonathan to the funeral services. Oh, no. We'll get him to bed and then we'll come down and hold services.
General Goldfuss was very pleased. He says the canal is just the right size.
And Teddy, there's been another yellow fever victim.
Dear me, this will be a shock to the general.
Oh, then we mustn't tell him about it.
I'm sorry, Aunt Ivy, it's out of my hands. You must be told. Under regulations, you know.
No, it will only spoil his visit.
You got to keep it a secret. A state secret.
Yes, a state secret, sure, yes. Promise?
You have the words of the President of the United States cross my heart and hope to die. Now, how are we going to keep this?
Well, you go downstairs and when I turn out the lights, when it's all dark, you come back up and you take the poor gentleman downstairs. And then we'll come down later and hold services.
You may announce the President will say a few words. Where is the poor devil?
He's in the window seat.
Dear me, we've never had yellow fever there before.
I think we ought to have Jonathan get to bed right away. Yes. And then by the time they're dressed, by the time they're asleep, we'll be dressed for the funeral. Yes. Well, you've never seen Mr. Hoskins, have you? No, I haven't. Oh, yes, you were out, but he's really very nice looking, considering he's a Methodist. Oh my! Oh, Jonathan, lose your manners.
We're bringing the luggage through here.
Your room is ready. You can go right up.
I'm afraid we don't do Brooklyn hours. You two run along to bed.
No, you two must be very tired, and we're not planning on going to bed right now.
Well, you should. It's time I came home to take care of you.
Well, we weren't planning to go until...
Aunt Martha, did you hear me say go to bed? The instruments can go to the laboratory in the morning. Now then, we're all going to bed.
I'll wait till you're up, and then I'll turn out the light.
Run along, Aunt Martha. All right, Aunt Tabby. Now, Aunt Tabby, turn out the lights.
All right, Johnny. You go outside and push. I stay here and pull. And together again down to Panama.
All right. I'll take a look around outside. When I step on the glass, you open the window.
All right. Johnny? All right, you got him? Hand him over. Alice. Oh, he lost the legs. Johnny, someone's at the door. Go quick. No, I mean it's here. Go quick.
Miss Abby? Miss Martha? Miss Abby? Miss Martha? Who is it? Is that you, Teddy? Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm Elaine Harper. I live next door.
And what are you doing here?
I came over to see Miss Abby and Miss Martha.
Turn on the lights, Doctor. You chose rather an untimely moment for a social call.
I think you better explain what you're doing here.
We happen to live here.
You don't live here. I'm here every day and I've never seen you before. Where are Miss Abby and Miss Martha? What have you done to them?
Perhaps we had better introduce ourselves. This is Dr. Einstein,
Dr. Einstein?
a surgeon of great distinction, and something of a magician.
And I suppose you're going to tell me you're Boris Karloff?
I'm Jonathan Bruce.
You're Jonathan.
I've seen you've heard of me.
Yes, just this afternoon for the first time.
And what did they say about me?
Nothing. Just that there was another brother named Jonathan. Well, that explains everything. Now that I know who you are, I'll just be running along home. If you'll kindly unlock the door.
That explains everything. Just what did you mean by that? Why did you come here at this time of night?
Well, I thought I saw someone prowling around the house.
You thought you saw someone prowling around the house?
Yes, I suppose it was you. I thought that was you outside. Wasn't that your car?
You saw someone at the car?
Yes,
What else did you see?
just someone prowling around the house in a car.
What else did you see?
That's it. That's all. That's why I came over here. That's why I wanted to tell Miss Abby to call the police. But if it was you and that's your car, then I don't need to bother Miss Abby. I'll just be running along.
What was the man doing at the car?
I don't know. You see, I was on my way over here.
I think you're lying.
I think she tells the truth. We let her go now, huh?
I think she's lying. Breaking into a house this time of night, she shouldn't be allowed around loose.
Get your hands off me!
Doctor!
It's going to be a private funeral.
Teddy, tell these men who I am.
That's my daughter, Alice.
Sally!
What's the matter? What's happening down there?
We caught a burglar. This is the thief. Go back to your room.
Oh, we'll call the police.
We've called the police. We'll handle this. Go to your room.
To the Norbay's Theater, and I should have known better. My goodness, I'm still there. Hold on.
Yeah.
Who did you say this was?
This is Jonathan, your brother. Dr. Einstein performed the operation on his face. That's why he looks so
Jonathan, you always were a horror, but you got to look like one.
Easy, Tony, easy.
Mortimer, have you forgotten the things I used to do to you when we were boys? Remember the time you were tied to the bedpost? The needles under your fingernails?
Yes, I remember. It is you, Jonathan. I remember you as the most vicious, venomous form of animal life I ever knew.
And now you two boys don't start quarreling the moment you see one another.
Aunt Tabby, there won't be any fight. Jonathan, you're not wanted in this house. Get out!
Dr. Einstein and I have been invited to stay.
Not in this house.
Well, just for tonight.
I don't want him anywhere near me.
Well, we already said he could stay tonight. It would be very nice to go back on our word.
All right. For tonight. But the first thing tomorrow, out. Now, where are they sleeping?
We put them in Jonathan's old room.
That's my old room. I'm sleeping in that room. I'm here to stay.
Oh, Mortimer, I'm so glad.
Johnny, we sleep down here.
You bet your life you sleep down here.
Yeah, you sleep in the armchair and I sleep on the window.
The windows. Well, that's not a fact. I can sleep on the window seats. That's fine with me. I can sleep here.
You know what, Johnny? All this argument, it makes me think about Mr. Spinalzo.
Spinalzo? Well, now, Mortimer, it isn't really necessary to inconvenience you like this.
Jonathan, your sudden consideration for me is very unconvincing.
It's okay, Johnny. Let's go pack our things, yeah?
You know, Doctor, I've completely lost track of Mr. Spinalzo.
Who is this Mr. Spinalza?
Just a friend of ours Johnny's been looking for.
Well, don't bring anyone else in here.
There's no need for you to sleep down here. I'll go in with Martha and you can have my room.
No trouble at all, Aunt Tabby. We'll be packed in a few minutes. Then you can have the room, Mortimer.
You're wasting your time. I told you I'm sleeping down here.
Mortimer,
What is it, Olivia? What's the matter with you?
I've almost been killed!
You've almost been... Abby! Martha!
Steve, no, it was more than that. He's some kind of maniac. Mortimer, I'm afraid of him.
Darling, you're trembling. Do you have any smelling salts?
No, would you bring some hot tea or coffee?
Coffee, and make some for me too. And some sandwiches. I haven't had dinner yet.
Oh, we'll make something for the both of you then. Yes. Oh, Martha, we can leave our hats down here now.
Are you going out somewhere? What time is it? It's after 12. 12? Elaine, you gotta go.
What is the sandwiches for the both of you? It won't take a minute. Why, don't you remember? We wanted to celebrate your engagement. We'll make something for the both of you.
All right.
And we'll open a bottle of wine, too.
No wine!
Mortimer, what's going on in this house?
What do you mean, what's going on in this house?
We were supposed to go to dinner in the theater tonight. You called it off. You asked me to marry you. I said I would, and 15 minutes later, you threw me out of the house. Just tonight, your brother tries to strangle me, and you want to chase me home. Now listen, Mr. Brewster, before I leave tonight, I want to know where I stand. Do you love me?
I love you very much. In fact, I love you so much, I can't marry you.
Have you suddenly gone crazy?
No, but it's just a matter of time. You see, insanity runs in my head. It practically gallops. There's a strange taste in the Brewster blood.
That's just because Teddy's a little...
No. It starts with the first Brewster. You know, the one that came over on the Mayflower. You know, in those days, the Indians used to scout the settlers. Well, he used to scout the Indians.
history.
No, the whole family. Take my grandfather, for instance. He used to try his patent medicines out on dead people to make sure it wouldn't kill them.
Well, he wasn't crazy. He made $1 million.
And there's Jonathan. You said yourself he's a maniac, and he tried to kill you.
But he's your brother, not you. I'm in love with you.
And there's Teddy, too. You know Teddy. He thinks he's Roosevelt. No, darling, no Brewster should marry. I realize now that if I'd met my father in time, I would have stopped him.
All this crazy. Take a look at your aunts. They're Brewsters, aren't they? And the sanest, sweetest people I've ever met.
Well, even they have their peculiarities.
Well, lovely peculiarities. Kindness, generosity, human sympathy.
Oh, there's another one.
There are plenty of others. You can't tell me a thing about your aunt.
I'm not going to, Elena. Now you run along home. Something very important has just come up.
Up from where? We're alone together.
Darling, I know I'm acting irrationally, but just put it down to the fact that I'm a mad Brewster.
Now, if you think you're going to get out of this by pretending you're insane, you're crazy. You may not want to marry me, but I'm going to marry you. I love you, you dope.
Well, if you love me, will you get out of here?
Will you at least walk me home? I'm afraid.
Afraid? A little walk through the cemetery?
Will you at least kiss me goodnight?
Of course, dear. Now, I'll call you up in a day or two.
You critic.
Oh, Tab, you don't have to come in here.
We'll be in a minute, dear.
Come in here now.
Yes, dear. What is it? Where's Elaine?
I thought you promised me that you wouldn't let anybody else in the house when I was gone.
Well, Jonathan just walked in.
I don't mean Jonathan.
And Dr. Einstein.
I don't mean Dr. Einstein either. Who is this in the window seat?
That's Mr. Hoskins.
This is not Mr. Hoskins.
Who can that be?
Tell me you don't know who this is.
Oh, you certainly don't. Why, this is a fine how do you do. It's getting so anybody just thinks he can walk right in.
Now don't you try to get out of this. That's another one of your gentlemen.
Mortimer, how can you say such a thing? If that man's come here to be buried in our cellar, he's mistaken.
You've been into poisoning Mr. Hoskins and putting him in here.
Yes, I did.
Well, this man could have just gotten the idea from Mr. Hoskins. By the way, where is Mr. Hoskins?
He must have gone to Panama.
Oh, he's buried him.
No, he's just down there waiting for the services. We haven't had a minute, but with Jonathan and everything. Oh my, I've always wanted to hold a double funeral. But I will not in services over a total stranger.
A stranger? Aunt Tabby, how can I believe you? There are 12 men down in your cellar, and you admit you poisoned them.
Yes, I did. But you don't think I stooped to telling a fib?
Oh, Mortimer, I'd like to have a word with you.
Oh, words about all the time you'll have for Jonathan. I've decided you and Dr. Einstein are going to leave this house immediately.
I'm glad you recognize the fact that you and I can't live under the same roof. But you've arrived at the wrong conclusion. Take your suitcase and get out.
Jonathan, you're beginning to bore me. You've had your one-night stand in Brooklyn, now move on.
My dear Mortimer, just because you've graduated from the back bench to the typewriter, don't think you've grown up. I'm staying and you're leaving, and I mean now.
If you think I can be frightened, if you think there's anything I fear.
I've led a strange life, Mortimer, but it's taught me one thing. Be afraid of nothing.
Martha, just look and see what's in the window seat.
No, Aunt Tabby! Jonathan, let Aunt Martha see what's in the window seat. Aunt Tabby, I owe you an apology. And I have some very good news for you. Jonathan is leaving. And he's taking Dr. Einstein and their cold companion with him. Jonathan, you're my brother. You're a Brewster. I'm giving you this chance to get out of this house and take the evidence with you. And that's more than you can ask for. All right, fine. I'll have to call the police.
Don't reach for that telephone. Are you still giving me orders after seeing what's happened to Mr. Spinalzo?
Spinalzo? I knew he was a foreigner.
Remember what happened to Mr. Spinalzo can happen to you too.
Oh, Officer O'Hara, is there something we can do for you?
Well, I saw your lights on and thought there might be sickness in the house. Oh, you got company. Sorry to disturb you.
No, come in.
Yes, come in. Come right in, Officer O'Hara. This is our nephew, Mortimer.
Pleased to meet you.
And this is another nephew, Jonathan.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. Well, it must be nice having your nephews visiting you. Are they going to stay with you for a bit?
Oh, I'm staying. My brother Jonathan is just leaving.
Hey, I've met you here before, haven't I?
No, I'm afraid not. He hasn't been home for years.
This looks familiar. Maybe you've seen a picture you somewhere?
I don't think so.
Yes, I'd hurry if I were you, Jonathan. Your bags are packed anyway, aren't they?
Well, you'll be wanting to say goodbyes. I'll be running along.
No, we'd like to have you stick around. My brother Jonathan, we'd like to have you stay until my brother Jonathan leaves.
I just dropped in to make sure everything was all right.
Well, we're about to have some coffee. Won't you join us?
Oh, yes, I forgot the coffee. Oh, and I better make some more sandwiches. I ought to know your appetite by this time, Officer O'Hara.
Father, I'll be going in a few minutes.
Oh, you can have some coffee. My brother's just going. Please, sit down, sit down.
Say, ain't I seen a photograph of your brother around here someplace?
Oh, I don't think so.
Kind of reminds me of somebody. Certainly looks familiar.
It looks like something you might see in the movies.
I never go to the movies. I hate them. My mother says the movies is a bastard art.
It's certainly full of them. Your mother said that.
Yeah, my mother was an actress. A stage actress. Perhaps you heard of her. Teaches Latour?
It sounds like a name I might have seen on a program. What did she play?
Oh, well, the big hit was Mutt and Jeff. Played it for 3 years. And I was born on tour. The 3rd season.
You were?
Yep, Sioux City, Iowa. I was born in the dressing room at the end of the 2nd act, and Mother made the finale.
Oh, what a truth. That must be quite a story. Say, I write about the theater.
You do? Say, you're not Mortimer Brewster, the dramatic critic.
Yes.
Well, I certainly am glad to meet you. You know, Mr. Brewster, we're in the same line of business.
We are.
Yeah, I'm a playwright. Oh, this being on the police force thing is just temporary.
How long have you been on the force?
12 years. I'm collecting material for a play.
I'll bet it's a honey.
Well, it ought to be. With all the drama I see being a cop, Mr. Brewster, you got no idea what goes on in Brooklyn.
I think I do.
Say, what time you got?
10 after 1.
Ah, gee, I gotta ring in.
Oh, what's the rush? With that play of yours, I might be able to help you.
You would? Say, it was my fate walking in here tonight. Look, I'll tell you the plot.
Oh, you're on your way, huh? You haven't got much time, you know.
Well, everything's just about ready. Oh, are you leaving, Jonathan? Well, goodbye. Goodbye. Doesn't this case belong to you?
Yes, Jonathan. Don't forget to bring everything with you. Well, O'Hara, it was nice meeting you. We'll meet together sometime and talk about your play.
I'm not leaving now, Mr. Brewster.
Oh, why not?
You just offered to help me with my play, didn't you?
Oh,
I mean, you're gonna run me a play together.
I can't do that, O'Hara. I'm not a creative writer.
I'll do the creating. You just put the words to it.
But O'Hara.
Oh, sir, Mr. Brewster. I am not leaving this house until I tell you the plot.
In that case, Mortimer will be running along.
Don't you try that. You gotta bring everything with you. You know. O'Hara. You gotta get out of here. You gotta go ring in.
Look, I can wait. I've been waiting 12 years for this.
I'm sorry I was so long.
Don't bring that in here. O'Hara, won't you join us for a bite in the kitchen?
The kitchen? Jonathan's leaving. Oh, well, that's nice. Come along, Officer O'Hara. Sure you don't mind eating in the kitchen?
Where else would you eat?
Well, goodbye, Jonathan. Dr. Einstein. It was nice to have seen you again. Sort of.
I'm glad you came back to Brooklyn, Jonathan, because it gives me a chance to throw you out. And the first one out is your friend, Mr. Spinoza.
Say, Mr. Brewster, we can talk in here.
I'll be right in.
You might have known you wrote to write a play with the police.
Now get out of here, all 3 of you.
Doctor, this affair between my brother and me has got to be settled.
Now, Johnny, we got trouble enough. Brother gives us a chance to get away. What more could you ask?
You don't understand. This goes back a good many years.
Now, Johnny, let's get going.
We're not going. We're going to sleep right here tonight.
With a cop in the kitchen and Mr. Spinalzo in the window?
That's all he's got in us. We'll take Mr. Spinoza down and dump him in the bay. Right back here. Then, if he tries to interfere.
Now, Johnny.
Doctor, you know when I make up my mind?
Yeah, when you make up your mind, you lose your head. We're gonna be in a good place for you.
Doctor!
Okay, we gotta stick together. Someday we get stuck together. We're coming back here, we gotta take these with us?
No, hide them in the cellar. Move fast. Spinoza can go up the street when he came in.
Johnny, come quick.
What's the matter?
You know that hole down in the cellar?
Yes?
We got an ace in that hole.
Jonathan? Jonathan? Jonathan! Jonathan, where are you?
Yes, Mortimer?
What are you still doing here? I thought I told you to get out
We're
of
not
here.
going.
Oh, you're not? You think I'm not being serious about this? Do you want to Officer Harry see what's in the window seat?
We're not going to sleep right here tonight.
All right, you asked for it. Okay, this gets rid of me and this gets rid of you and Officer Harry at the same time. Officer Harry, come in here.
If you tell Harold what's in the window seat, I'll tell him what's down in the cellar.
The cellar.
There's an elderly gentleman down there who seems to be very dead.
What were you two doing down in the cellar?
What's he doing down in the cellar?
No thanks, ma'am. They were fine. Oh, I've had plenty.
Now what are you going to say to O'Hara?
Say, Mr. Brewster, your aunts want to hear it too. Shall I get them in here?
No, we can't do that now, Harry. You gotta ring in.
Ah, the hell with ringing it. I'll get your aunts in here and I'll tell you the plot.
No, we can't do that now. Not in front of all these people. We'll get together alone sometime at some other place.
How about the back room at Kelly's?
That's fine, yes. But you gotta ring it up.
Why don't you two go down in the cellar?
Oh, that's all right with me. Is this the cellar?
No. We can leave the Kelly's. But don't forget to bring it on the way, okay?
That'll only take a couple of minutes.
I'll ditch this guy and be back in 5 minutes. And I expect to find you two gone. You three of them. Actually, hold on. Just wait for me.
We'll wait for him, Doctor. I've waited a great many years for a chance like this.
Oh, we got him right where we want him.
Did he look guilty? Take him back to our storeroom, Doctor.
Have they gone? Oh, we thought we heard somebody leave.
Just Mortimer. He'll be back in a few minutes. Is there any food left in the kitchen? I think Dr. Einstein and I would enjoy a bite.
But you won't have time. No, if you're here when Mortimer gets back, he won't like it.
Oh, he'll like it. He's gotta like it.
There's a friend. Get us something to eat while we bury Mr. Spinazzo in the cellar.
Oh, no. You have to take him out of here, Jonathan.
There's a friend of Mortimer's downstairs waiting for him. He and Mr. Spinazzo will get along fine together. They're both dead.
Oh, they must mean Mr. Hoskins.
Mr. Hoskins?
You know about what's downstairs?
Of course, but he's no friend of Mortimer's. He's one of our gentlemen.
Your gentleman.
Yes, and we won't have any strangers buried in our cellar.
But Mr. Hoskins.
Mr. Hoskins isn't a stranger. Besides, there's no room for him. The cellar's crowded already.
Crowded with what?
There are 12 graves down there.
12 graves?
Yes, and we're going to need the room, so you can't have him here.
You mean you and Aunt Martha have murdered?
Murdered? Certainly not. No, it's one of our charities. What you've been doing isn't mercy. And that's why you have to get your Mr. Spinazzo out of here.
You mean you and Aunt Martha have done that in here and buried them down there?
Johnny, we've been chased all over the world. They stay right here in Brooklyn.
Just as good as you
You got 12? They got 12.
I've got 13.
No, Johnny, 12.
13. There's Mr. Spinazzo. And the first one in London, 2 in Johannesburg, 1 in Sydney, 1 in Melbourne, 2 in San Francisco, 1 in Phoenix, Arizona,
Phoenix?
the filling station, 3 in Chicago, and then 1 in South Bend.
You can't count the one in South Bend. He died of pneumonia.
He wouldn't have gotten pneumonia if I hadn't shot him.
He don't count. He died of pneumonia.
Well, he counts with me. I say 13.
No, Johnny. You got 12. They got 12. The old ladies are just as good as you are.
They are they? That's easily taken care of. All I need is one more. That's all. One more.
Well, here I am.
You stop doing that. This is our house and our cellar. You can't do that.
Please, ladies, go back upstairs where you belong.
Abby, Martha, go upstairs.
There's no use you're doing what you're doing, because it'll just have to be undone. Yes, I'm warning you. You'd better stop it. Oh, hasn't Mortimer come back yet? No. Oh, it's a terrible thing to do. I will not have our Senate desecrated. No! And we're going to give Mr. Hoskins a full Christian funeral. Oh, where could Mortimer have gone? Oh, I don't know. But he must be up to something because he said to Jonathan, "You just wait, I'll settle this." Well, he can't very well settle it if he's out of the house. That's all we want settled. Oh, what's going on down there?
All right. Now where's Ted?
Mortimer, where have you been?
I went over to Dr. Gilchrist. I got him to sign Teddy's commitment papers.
Mortimer, what is the matter with you? Running around getting papers signed at a time like this? Do you know what Jonathan's doing? He's putting Mr. Hoskins and Mr. Spinazzo in together.
Oh, he is he?
Yes.
Well, let him. Teddy's up in his room, isn't he?
No, Teddy won't be any help.
Well, once I get Teddy to sign these papers, I can tackle Jonathan.
What are you going to do with it?
Well, you have to go and tell Jonathan about those 12 graves. You see, if I can make Teddy responsible for those, I can protect you. Don't you see?
No, I don't see. And we pay taxes to have the police protect us.
I'll be downtown.
Come along, Mama. We're going for the police. Let's get on.
The police? You can't go for the police.
Why can't we?
Because if you tell the police about Mr. Spinozzo, they'll find Mr. Hoskins too. And that might make them curious. And they'll find out about the other 12 gentlemen.
Mortimer, we know the police better than you do. We asked them not to pry into our private affairs. I don't think they would.
If they find that you're 12 gentlemen, they'll have to report to headquarters.
I don't think they'd bother, dear. They'd have to make out a very long report. And if there's something a policeman needs to do, it's to write.
You can't count on that. What if it leaks out? And you can't trust a judge and jury to understand.
Oh, Judge Coleman would. Yes, we know him very well. He always comes to church to pray just before election. He here someday. Oh, Abby, we must speak to him again about that. His wife died a few years ago, and it's left him very lonely, poor man. That's nice. Well, come along, Martha.
No, I can't let you. I can't let you leave this house, and you cannot have Judge Coleman the tea.
Well, Mortimer, what are you going to do about Mr. Spinazzo?
I am going to do something, but we may have to call the police, but if I do, I want to be ready for them.
You've got to get Jonathan out of this house, and Mr. Spinazzo, too.
I will. I've got to go see Teddy first.
Mortimer, you better have Jonathan and his party out of here by morning, or we're going to go for the police.
They'll be out, I promise you that.
Right.
Look at Jane. You look like Judith Anderson.
Oh, well, Abby, that's a relief, isn't it? Yes, if Mortimer's really going to do as he said he would, that just means Jonathan's going to a lot of unnecessary trouble. Jonathan, you best stop doing what you're doing.
It's all done. Did I hear Mortimer?
Yes, well, it'll just have to be undone. You are going to be out of this house by morning. Mortimer's promised.
Oh, are we? Then you two can go to bed and have a pleasant night's sleep.
Yes, come, Abby. Right. Good night, Jonathan.
Good night, Anthony.
By the time we're up in the morning, you'll be out of here. Mortimer's promised, and he has a way of doing it, too.
Then Mortimer is back.
Yes, he's upstairs right now, speaking with Teddy. Goodbye, Jonathan. Goodbye, Jonathan.
Perhaps you had better say goodbye to Mortimer, too.
Oh, you'll see Mortimer.
Yes, I'll see.
Oh, right.
Whew, that's all fixed up. Smooth like a lake. Nobody'd ever know they were down there. Oh, that bed feels good already. 48 hours we didn't sleep. Come on, let's go up, yeah, Johnny?
You're forgetting Doctor.
What?
My brother Mortimer.
Johnny, tonight? We do that tomorrow or the next day.
No, tonight, now.
Johnny, please, I'm tired. Tomorrow I gotta operate.
Yes, you're operating tomorrow. But tonight you take care of Mortimer.
Not tonight, Johnny. We go to bed, yeah?
Doctor, look at me. You can see it's going to be done, can't you?
Ah, I can see. I know that look.
It's a little too late for us to dissolve our partnership.
Okay, we do it. Do it. A quick twist, I can run with.
No, Doctor, I think this calls for something special. I think perhaps the Melbourne method.
No, Johnny, not that. 2 hours. And when it was all over, what? The fellow in London was just as dead as the fellow in Melbourne.
They work too fast in London. There was no aesthetic satisfaction in it. But Melbourne, oh, there was something to remember.
Remember? Oh, I wish I didn't. No, Johnny, not Melbourne, not me.
Yes, doctor, where are the instruments?
I won't do it, Johnny, I won't do it.
Get your instruments.
No, Johnny,
Where are they? Oh yes, you hid them in the cellar. Where?
I won't tell you.
I'll find them.
Don't do that, Mr. President.
But I cannot send any proclamation without consulting my cabinet.
But it must be signed in secret.
A secret proclamation? How unusual.
Yes, Japan mustn't know until it's signed.
Japan, those yellow devils. I'll sign it right away.
What at once, Mr. President?
You go now, yeah?
No, Doctor, I'm waiting for something. Something important.
Please, you go now.
Look, Doctor, I have nothing against you personally. You seem to be a nice fellow. Now take my advice and get out of this house just as quickly as possible.
Trouble, yeah, you get out quick.
All right, now don't say I didn't warn you.
I'm warning you. Get out now.
Things are gonna start popping on you any minute.
Listen, Johnny's in a bad mood. When he's like this, he's a madman. Things happen. Terrible things.
Jonathan doesn't frighten me now.
Kimmel. Don't those plays you see teach you anything?
About what?
Now, at least people in plays act like they got sense. That's more than you do.
Oh, you think so? You think people in plays act with intelligence? I wish you had to sit through some of the ones I had to sit through. Take the little opus I had to see tonight, for instance. In this play, there's a man. He's supposed to be right. He knows he's in a house full of murderers. He's even been warned to get out of the house. But does he leave? No, he stays there. Now I ask you, Doctor, is that what an intelligent person would do?
You're asking me?
He didn't even have sense enough to be alarmed, to be on guard. For instance, the murderer invites him to sit down.
You mean, won't you sit down?
Believe it or not, that one's in there too.
And what did he do?
He sat down. Now mind you, this fellow's supposed to be bright. Well anyways, there he sits just waiting to be trussed up. And guess what they used to tie him up with?
What?
The curtain cord.
Fine, good idea. Very convenient.
A little too convenient if you ask me. When are the playwrights gonna have a little bit of imagination? The curtain cord.
You didn't see him get it?
See him exactly with his back to him. Well anyways, there he sits, the big dope. Just waiting to get trussed up and gagged.
You were right about that fella.
Now, Mortimer, if you don't mind, we'll finish the story. I've been away for 20 years, Mortimer, but never once in all that time, my dear brother, were you out of my mind. In Melbourne one night, I dreamed of you. When I landed in San Francisco, I made a strange sense. I was once more in the same country as you. Now, Doctor, we go to work.
Please, Johnny, for me, the quick way.
Doctor, this must really be an artistic achievement. After all, we're performing before a very distinguished critic. Doctor.
Okay. Let's get it over.
All ready for you, Doctor.
I've got to have a drink. I can't do it without a drink.
Pull yourself together, Doctor.
I've got to have a drink. When we walked in here this afternoon, there was wine, remember? Where did she put that? I split it with you.
Doctor, one moment. Where are your manners? Yes, Mortimer, I realize now it was you who brought me back to Earth. Now, Doctor, my dear dead brother. Damn that idiot, that's all. He goes next. That's all.
No, Chuck, not Teddy. That's right, stop, not Teddy.
We'll get to Teddy later.
We don't get to him at all.
Now we've got to work fast.
Yeah, the quick way.
Yes, Doctor, the quick way.
Hey! The colonel's got to quit blowing that horn.
Don't worry, officer. We're taking the vehicle away from him. Good night.
We promised the neighbors he wouldn't do that anymore. I better speak to him myself. Where are the lights? Hey! You stood me up. I've been in an hour at Kelly's feet. What happened?
He was explaining the play he saw tonight. That's what happened to the fellow in the play he saw.
Why that play you saw tonight? Well, that's the second act of my play. Why, my second act, just before the... I better begin at the beginning. It opens in my mother's dressing room, where I was born. Only I ain't been born yet. Huh? Oh, yeah. Now, you're gonna hear the plot. Well, there she is, making up, see? When all of a sudden, in the door, man with the black mustache walks in, turns to my mother and says, "Miss Latour, will you marry me?" Only he don't know she's pregnant. There she is, lying unconscious across the table. The chief is standing over her with a hatchet. I'm tied up in a chair, just like you are. And all of a sudden, into the door comes man in white. Hey! Go easy on that. Who paid for it?
But I'm listening, ain't I?
How do you like it so far?
Well, but Tommy.
You ain't got no more interest in that. You don't get a drink. Alright, 3 days later, I've been transferred and I'm on the charges. That's because somebody stole my badge. I'm following a guy. 46th precinct, we're walking my beat that night, when it turns out he's really following me. So I figured, I'll outsmart him. Hey, don't let anybody in. Alright. Where was I?
It's cops.
Oh yeah. There's a vacant house in the corner. I goes in. I'm standing there in the dark. I see the door handle turn. I braces myself against the wall. I pulls my guns and I says, "Come in." Hello, boys.
What the hell is going on?
Hey, Pat. What do you know? This is Mortimer Brewster.
Oh,
Well, I'm just explaining my play, and he's gonna help me write it.
Joe, you better report in at the station. The whole force is out looking for you.
What's any good for me?
no. We didn't know you were here.
We came to warn the old ladies that there's no pay. Colonel blew that bugle again in the middle of the night.
From the way the neighbors been calling him about it, you think the Germans have dropped the bomb on Flatbush Avenue.
Lieutenant's on the warpath. Says the colonel's got to be put away someplace.
Yes, yes.
Hey, Mr. Brewster, I gotta get away, so I'll just run through the third act real quick.
You stay away from me.
Do you know what time it is? It's after 8 o'clock in the morning.
It is? Gee, Mr. Brewster, them first two acts went a little long, but honestly, I don't see anything we can leave out.
You can leave it all out.
Who the hell is this guy?
That's my brother, Jonathan.
Oh, the one that ran away? So he came back.
Yes, he came back.
This is Brophy. Get me, Mac. I better let them know we found you, Joe. Mac, tell the lieutenant we can call off the big man hunt. We got him in the Brewster house. You want us to bring him in? All right. Go hold him right here.
So
Lieutenant's on his way over.
So I've been turned in as, all right, you got it. I suppose you and that stool pigeon brother of mine will split the
Word.
Now I'll do some turning in. You think my aunts are sweet, charming old ladies? But 13 bodies buried in their cellar.
Whoa. Oh, yeah?
I'll show you, I'll prove it to you. 13 bodies.
What are you talking about?
You better be careful what you're saying about your aunts. They have to be friends of ours.
I'll show you, I'll prove it to you.
Oh, yeah? Wait a minute.
You don't want to see what's down in the cellar?
Go on down in the cellar with him.
I'm not so sure I want to go down in the cellar with them. Look at that face. Looks like Boris Karloff. What do you know about that?
Come in.
What the hell are you men doing here? I told you I was gonna handle this.
Well, sir, He was just about to.
What happened? Did he put up a fight?
This ain't the guy that blows the bugle. This is his brother. He tried to kill Brophy.
All I said was he looked like Boris Karloff.
Turn him over.
We kind of think he's wanted somewhere.
Oh, you kind of think he's wanted somewhere. Listen, if you men don't look at the circulars we put up at the station, the least you could do is reach true detective. Of course he's wanted, in Indiana. He escaped from a prison for the criminally insane. He's a lifer. Holy mackerel, that's how he was described. He looked like Karloff. Yeah, and I'm claiming it.
He was trying to get us down in the cellar.
He said there were 13 bodies.
13 bodies in the cellar? And that didn't tip you off it came out of a nut house?
Oh, well, you talk kind of crazy.
Oh, look, it's Shakespeare. You needn't bother to tell me.
Hey, I've been writing a play with one of a rooster.
Yeah? You have plenty of time to write that play. You're suspended. Get back and report it.
Hey, can I stop by sometime and use the station typewriter?
No, get out of here. Bring this guy somewhere else and bring him too. Let's go. See if you can find out something about his accomplice. The guy that helped him escape, he's wanted too. No wonder Brooklyn's in the shape it's in with a police force full of flatheads like you. Believe in a story like that? 13 bodies in the cellar?
But there are 13 bodies in the cellar.
Who are you?
I'm President Roosevelt.
What the hell is this?
Good morning, Colonel.
Well, Colonel, you've blown your last bugle.
Jimmy, another yellow fever victim.
What?
All the bodies in the cellar are yellow fever victims.
No, Colonel. This is a spy we caught in the White House.
Will you get that guy out of here?
If there's any questioning of spies, that's my department.
You keep out of this.
You're forgetting as President of the United States, that Secret Service is my department.
Captain, I'm Mortimer Brewster.
Are you sure?
I'd like to talk about Teddy.
Mr. Brewster, we ain't gonna talk about that. He's got to be put away.
Look, I quite agree with you. In fact, I've got it all arranged for it. See, I've had Dr. Gilker sign his commitment papers, and Teddy signed them too. And I've assigned him as next of kin.
Where's he going?
Happydale.
Well, I don't care where he goes, as long as he goes.
Oh, he's going all right. But before he goes, I want you to realize that everything that's happened around here, Teddy's responsible for. Now, those 13 bodies in the cellar.
Yeah, those 13 bodies in the cellar. Ain't it enough he's disturbing the peace with that bugle of his, and the neighbors are all afraid of him? But could you imagine what would happen if that cockeyed story about 13 bodies got around? And now he's starting a yellow fever scare. Cute, ain't it?
13 bodies in the cellar. Do you think anybody would believe that story?
Well, you just can't tell. Some people are just dumb enough. For instance, last year, a crazy guy over in Greenpoint started a murder rumor, and I had to dig up a half-acre lot just to prove that there...
Excuse me, please.
Sure.
Good morning, Mortimer.
Hello, dear.
This is Mr. Witherspoon. He's come to meet Teddy.
To meet Teddy.
He's the superintendent of Happydale.
Oh, come right in, come right in. This is Captain.
Lieutenant Rooney. I'm glad you're here, Super, because you're taking him with you today. Today? I didn't know that.
Not today.
Elaine, look, I've got a lot of things I need to do. Will you please run along home?
I had no idea it was this immediate. The papers are all signed. She's going today.
Complete insubordination. You men will find out no Molly Colonel. When the President of the United States is treated like that, what's this country coming to?
There's your man, Super.
Oh, wait a minute. Mr. President, I have some very good news for you. Your term of office is over.
Is it March the 4th?
Practically.
Oh, yes. Oh, now I go on a trip to Africa. Is he moving into the White House before I move out?
Who is?
Taft.
Oh. That's not Taft. That's Mr. Witherspoon. He's to be your guide as you trip on out.
Ah, boy. I'll get my equipment on me. Goodbye, Aunt Tabby. Goodbye, Aunt Martha. I'm going on a hunting trip to Africa. Isn't it wonderful?
Good morning, darlings.
We have visitors.
Yes, this is Lieutenant Rooney.
Oh, how are you? My, you don't look like the fuss budget the policemen say you are.
The reason Lieutenant is here is because Teddy blew his bugle again last
more serious than that, Miss Brewster.
You haven't met Mr. Witherspoon. He's the superintendent of Happydale.
You come to meet Teddy
He's
then?
come to take it.
Look, Auntie, I'm sorry, but the police want Teddy to go there today.
Oh no, not while we're alive.
I'm sorry, Miss Brewster, but he's committed himself and he's going along with the superintendent.
We won't permit it. We promised to take the bugle away from him.
I'm sorry, ladies, but the law is the law. The paper all signed and he's going to die.
We won't be separated from Teddy. No. If he's going, we're going too.
Well, why not?
That's sweet of to want to, but you see, it's impossible. We can't just take Sadie from Happydale.
Mr. Witherspoon, if you let us live there with Teddy, we'll see that Happydale is in our will, and for a very generous amount.
Well, the Lord knows we could use money, but I'm afraid I can't.
Well, now, ladies, let's be sensible about this. For instance, here I am, wasting my morning when I got serious work to do. You know, there are still murders that can be solved in Brooklyn.
Yes. Are there?
Yeah. Occasionally he's disturbing the peace with that bugle of his, and neighbors are all afraid of him. But things could just get worse. Sooner or later, we'd be put to the trouble of having to dig up your cellar.
Our cellar?
Your nephew's been telling around that there are 13 bodies out there.
Oh, but there are 13 bodies in our cellar. If that's why you think Teddy has to go away, you come right down to the cellar with us and we'll prove it to you.
Yes, and there's one Mr. Spinazzo who doesn't belong and will have to leave, but the other 12 are our gentlemen.
I don't think the lieutenant wants to go down in the cellar. He was only telling me this morning that earlier this year he had to dig up an entire half-acre lot. Weren't you?
That's right.
Well, you wouldn't have to dig here. The graves are all marked. You put flowers on them every Sunday.
Flowers?
Well, of course.
Superintendent, don't you think you can find some room for these ladies?
Oh, yes. I'll take you right down to see the graves.
No, I'll take your word for it, lady. I'm a busy man. How about it, Super?
Well, they'd have to be committed.
Well, Teddy committed himself. Can't they commit themselves? Can't they send the papers?
Why, certainly.
Well, if we can go with Teddy, we'll sign the papers now. Where are they?
Yes, where are they?
Better check on Jonathan.
He's coming around, Lieutenant.
All right.
Oh, good morning, Officer Clyde. Oh, good morning, Officer Clyde. Are you here too?
Yeah, Brookie and me have come to your other nephew out in the kitchen.
Well, sign them up, Superintendent. I want to get this all cleaned up. 13 bodies.
What's up here?
And you sign right there, Debbie.
Oh, I'm really very happy to be doing it. The neighborhood here has changed, so we're into finger on again.
We're overlooking something.
What?
Well, we're going to need a signature of a doctor.
Doctor. Oh, Dr. Einstein, won't you come over here? I want you to sign something. Come on, come in here. Last night I thought Doctor was going to operate on me. Sign right there.
Were you leaving, Doctor?
I think I must go.
But without Jonathan?
I don't think we're going to the same place.
Hello, May. It's good to see you. Stick around, huh?
Don't worry, I'm going to.
Hello, Mac. Rooney. Yeah, we picked up that guy that's wanted in Indiana. Now, there's a description of his accomplice on my desk there. Could you read it to me? Mm-hmm. 54. 5'6". Blue eyes. Talks with a German accent. Poses as a doctor. Thanks, Mac. Ah, thanks, Doc. You're doing Brooklyn a real service.
You sign now, it's next.
Right here.
That's fine.
All right. Well, that's all complete. Everything legal.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's good. Now, Auntie, you're safe.
When do you think you'll be ready?
Well, why don't you go upstairs and tell Teddy exactly what he can take along?
Upstairs?
Oh, I'll show you.
I know, we'd like to speak to you. Yes, just upstairs and to the left.
Well, Mortimer, now that we're moving, this house really is yours.
Yes,
Too many memories.
Oh, but you're gonna lay up Mary.
Oh, that's very good.
That's nothing of their kind. We're going to be married straight away.
Oh, Mortimer really getting worried about something.
You're gonna love it at Happydale. Nothing to worry about.
But we're very happy about the whole thing. That's just that we don't want anything to go wrong. Well, will we investigate those signatures?
Oh, they won't look up Dr. Einstein. That's okay.
Dear, it's not his signature. It's yours. Yes, dear. You see, you signed as next of kin.
Why, of course. Why not?
Well, it's something we never wanted to tell you, but now you're a man and accepting a name you know too. Mortimer, dear, you're not really a Brewster. No, you see, your mother came to us as a cook, and you were born about 3 months after. But she was such a sweet woman and such a good cook. Remember that pie? Oh, yeah. Anyway, we didn't want to lose her, so brother married her.
I'm not really a Brewster.
Now, don't feel badly about it, dear. And what matter to you, Elaine, will it?
Elaine, did you hear? Do you understand? I'm a bastard.
I don't think I'll see about breakfast now, dear.
Mortimer's coming with me. Father's going to Philadelphia, and we're going to have breakfast together.
Oh, well.
I need some coffee. I've had quite the night.
Well, goodbye, dear.
Goodbye.
I'm done with the coffee.
One moment, Witherspoon. Take this with you.
We don't need the wagon. My car's out front.
Oh, you're leaving already, Jonathan.
Yeah, he's going back to Indiana. There's some people there who want to take real good care of him for the rest of his life.
Oh, it's nice to know you have someplace to go, Jonathan. Yes, we're going to Happydale.
And this house is staying the last for the Brewsters.
Unless Mortimer wants to live here.
I have a suggestion to make. Why don't you turn the property over to the church?
Oh, why would you do that?
After all, it should be part of the cemetery.
All right, let's get going.
Well, goodbye, Aunties. I can't bear my record now, but neither can you. The score stands even, 12-12.
My, Jonathan Norris was a mean boy. Never could stand to see anyone get ahead of him. I wish he could show me he isn't so smart. Oh, and it's still Witherspoon. Does your family live with you at Happydale?
Family? I'm afraid you don't quite understand. At Happydale, no one's my family.
My, well, Martha, I think if Mr. Witherspoon won't have breakfast with us, we ought to get him a glass of elderberry wine, please. Sit down. Yes. We make it ourselves.
Well, at Happydale, our relationship will be more formal, but here. I have my last glass of elderberry wine.
Oh, no. No, here it is.